Who'd like to crush the little man this morning?
Let's do it.
Just destroying. Got some info. When you start becoming aware, just like in Peaceful Warrior, when they talk about being in the present moment, one of the reasons that's so important, there's so much stuff that you miss out on that you could use for ammunition for the little man. Alex, where you at? What time did you get yesterday?
A low one, 5380.
380, right? Pretty happy about that, huh? Pretty excited.
My dad's excited.
Dad, guess what?
Yeah.
Excited.
You weren't even triple on the back section.
Hey, guess what? Little man can get you so excited you even miss the bigger picture. What time could your time have been yesterday? You had a great lap, but could it have been better?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How much?
Probably something.
How about 1.3 seconds?
Why?
GPS, baby. Little man killer. Little man. Do you know from...
Faster wear.
Get this, and this is what's great. This is awesome. From the triple on the far side, through that just little roller section going into the loops, he was a second slower than he was earlier this week.
Second, isn't that?
A second right there. On that lap, that 5380 you had, on that lap you were a second slower through there. I got an even better kicker. You're a half second slower through the loops. That's where they got bad. You know, if it was at the end of the day or something, we could see maybe, even though that wouldn't be an excuse for you, because even the last pass of the day for you through the whoops was only 15 100ths off your fastest. So you really couldn't even use that excuse.
Whoa.
Just gotta crush that little man. But here's the big picture. Mikey, and I'm gonna use you as an example because I think we can help kill the little man with your example. Last year, well, it's actually last 2 years. Jacksonville, it's a pretty good round, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not, you know, the track. There's nothing little. There's.
Or was it?
I'm talking about from a track standpoint, you know. Talking about not giving the little man any leverage, you know. Preston, thank you. 4th grade stuff here. Come on.
Well, I saw it and I was like, man, I got it.
Little man, kill him. Come on, it's Friday. No, in respect to, you know, Seattle and stuff, when you and Alex and Brad had a good round, you know, little man could go, well, the track was a little, you know, wasn't perfect. You know, maybe we had an advantage over the big guys. I still don't understand that reasoning either. You know, the little man will try to say that, but if they're better than you, why wouldn't they have an advantage when the conditions are tougher? Don't really, and so crush the little man again. But no, on a serious standpoint from, you know, critics and stuff, because that's what a critic would say, you know, their little man jumps out and go, well, the conditions were a little off. Well, for Michael, conditions weren't off in Jacksonville. You know, the track wasn't muddy, you know, there's no real reason you could say that Michael had advantage over, you know, the top guys, Baggett and who's on the East Coast? Wilson? Is he on the East Coast?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Barsha.
Yeah, Barsha.
Barsha.
Yeah. So there's no really thing for the little man to grab a hold of and go, well, you had some type of advantage. It just wasn't there. So here's what we got. In Jacksonville, you were as close to the front guy at one of your, I think it was maybe the heat race or the LCQ, was within 2.7 seconds.
Like he was?
Yeah. Within Baggett, you know, and that was the fastest guy on the track. It just wasn't 3 or 4 of them. I mean, you were even closer than that to a few of the guys that weren't leading the race. So in the position you were in, wherever you were at, not clean track, not, you know, just wide open, take whatever line you want, you were within 2.7 seconds. Yesterday, when we're out here, would you say by the time we started doing times yesterday, you probably had as much time on this track as you would at a Supercross race?
I guess so.
Yeah, probably so. I mean, you're on a Supercross race, you're only going to get what? 10, what is it?
It's like 8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes to 10 minutes, so at the most 28 minutes, plus some, you know, by the time you get in the heat race, 5, 6 more laps. So not a lot of time. So you can pretty much say after, you know, you had a chance to actually work on sections and break stuff down out here, that you've had that much time on there. Well, if you can do a stand-up lap and shave off 2 seconds off your fast lap time, what's that leave here?
What's that?
0.7.
Yeah.
What significance is that? It's a big deal. If you could get within that close, real big deal.
You're battling with those guys if you're putting down.
Oh, you're a contender at that point.
Yeah.
No doubt. Because you can look at the qualifying chart and guys that are going to be contending, sometimes Baggett sometimes was a second and a half of off the fastest guy in qualifying. Even in heat races, sometimes those guys that end up on the podium are second and a half off the fast guy. So at that position right there, you're in contention. So what does that mean? It means we can crush the little man. Anytime that little guy stands up and goes, well, this guy's got an advantage over you. You know, your mind's going, and he's going, well, you know, realistically, you know, Brian says that it don't matter, but he does have more horsepower than you. You know, Brian says it doesn't matter, he's got better suspension, but you know he's got better suspension than you. If you can get that close in the scenario we're talking about, and that's not what good stuff. That's what's just run-of-the-mill, you know, what we can get our hands on. If you can get that close, I'll promise you, you're probably going to be able to get a hold of pretty much, get people to give you motors, suspension, anything you probably want. If you're in contention for the podium, you're going to get a little bit of support. Great to pay attention every day. It's great to save time. But did you know about the 1.3 seconds?
No, I didn't.
It changes things a little bit.